So anyway, TNA's product is going downhill because Hulk Hogan is running the show. And one of the things that recently the Nasty Boys have been fired. Thank God they could barely wrestle. But there was a certain tag team that are still here. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. They reformed the NWO Wolf Pack, and they're calling themselves the Band now, and they recently became the tag team champions. Hulk Hogan said on January 4th episode of Impact that he was going to focus on the young guys. Yeah, that's really focusing on the young guys to give the old guys the championships. Ugh. Oh, but we're not. Oh, there's more. There's way more. Oh, can't even think straight. So, anyway, another thing that Hulk Hogan has done to TNA is he's turned the six-sided ring into a four-sided ring. I liked TNA with a six-sided ring because it was unique and original and different from every other wrestling company. The four-sided ring just makes it look like every other wrestling company, and that's what TNA wasn't, and that's how I was brought up on TNA. I liked TNA because it was different from every other wrestling company, and I like things that are different. But when they go ahead and make it like everything else, that's just man, it makes me mad. Ever since Hulk Hogan joined TNA, he said he was going to go to war with Vince McMahon in the WWE, which is what I was waiting for, but I wanted to wait a little longer for TNA to establish itself, because WWE is crap, so it's the perfect time to go to war with it, but TNA still needed some improving to do. And so, starting on March the 8th, TNA Impact moved to Monday nights and started a new Monday Night Wars. But it didn't last long until TNA moved back to Thursday nights on May 13th of this year. So, and when they were doing the Monday Night Wars, they were making their company look like crap. I mean, gosh. They were trying to recreate the WWF Attitude Era, which isn't going to work. The Attitude Era was gone, and it was crappy. I'll get to that in another video. And you can't just recreate it. What did WCW do to succeed and beat WWE in the mid-90s? It became a wrestling show. It was for wrestling. Wrestling fans watched it because it had wrestling. If you made TNA all about wrestling, then I bet you would have got more ratings than a .5 every friggin' Monday. So they made an embarrassment out of themselves for going through that Monday night beating. But since they moved back to Thursdays, they have improved a little bit. But that was until last night. It looked hopeful last night, because the week before that there was no Hogan anywhere and no Bischoff for that matter. But basically last night it was mostly promos and whatnot and talking and short matches. I don't mind short matches, but there's such thing as being too short, and it just got out of control. And one match I was looking forward to was AJ Styles versus Kazarian versus Jay Lethal. Those are very talented men, and they can put on a good show. I wanted to see them all fight each other. But during the whole match, Kazarian and AJ Styles were arguing with each other for Ric Flair's attention. Why? They're supposed to be wrestling. Why? Why would you do that? Oh my gosh. So, Ric Flair fired AJ Styles. Well, not from the company, but Ric Flair wants nothing to do with AJ Styles anymore. So, that made me happy, so now I don't have to see AJ Styles in friggin' Ric Flair's robes anymore, and I can see AJ Styles being himself now. And I hope he's put back in the main event spot, because he is definitely the best wrestler they have in TNA. He is the best wrestler they have. So anyway, a lot of wrestling fans blame TNA's current product on Vince Russo, but it is not Russo's fault. Yeah, I said it before, I'll say it again. It's not Russo's fault. Russo, Vince Russo, he was head of creative control, in late 2009 when TNA was doing good. But since Hulk Hogan came in as in creative control, look where it is now. It's crap. That's because it's Hulk Hogan's fault, not Vince Russo's. Vince Russo can do a good job, and he knows how to run a wrestling company. He's learned his mistakes from WCW. I know it, okay? So anyway, TNA, that's just how TNA is. I mean, I like it. It's the only wrestling company I can watch now in the modern times, because I'm not watching WWE. I can't watch Ring of Honor because I don't have HD net and I don't know where to find it, and I don't think I'm going to like it with Jim Cornette running it. And but TNA may be bad, but WWE is still worse. At least TNA is it's still treating its audience like adults a little bit, and it's still trying to be a wrestling company unlike WWE, but TNA still has a lot of problems since Hulk Hogan came along. So please, TNA, make the right decision. Fire Hulk Hogan or get him out of there. I don't care how much money he paid you. I'm starting to think Vince McMahon sent Hulk Hogan over there to kill TNA. Think about it. But TNA, I don't care. Just get rid of him. Get rid of him. You can keep Eric Bischoff, but if you're going to keep him, make sure you control what he's doing, and make sure you keep him and Vince Russo far away from each other. This has been Ben Rants. I'm signing out.